Hi friends, welcome to today's how-to. Today we'll be learning how to draw a blue beetle.
So first let's get started by coming up towards the top right hand side, and we're going to start by drawing a curved line for our right eye. Let's step over to the left, lining this up at the same height, and we're just going to replicate that. Starting back in the corner in the center now, we're going to curve this around and then connecting that on the top. And then we'll do the same thing on the left hand side. Moving around this now, moving further out, we're going to draw another curved line that arches around and then out. And then we'll do the same thing over on the left hand side as well. Now from here on the top, we're going to curve a line that comes around and then out. And we'll do the same thing on the other side as well. Now from here on the inside, we're going to start in that corner again, and we're going to curve this around and in on both sides. And now from here on the bottom, we're going to curve this around and then in towards the center. Now from here on the top, we're going to start at the point there, curving this around and then down. On either side now, we're going to curve a small line that comes out towards the side of our page. And now starting in that corner, we're going to curve this line all the way around and then in. Moving back in towards that line now, we're going to connect this by curving this around and then bringing that in towards the point. And then we'll do the same thing over on the left-hand side. Now let's start by framing in the head. So moving up towards the top in the center, we're going to draw a curved line that arches all the way around and then down towards the side. And then starting back on that center line, we're going to curve this all the way around and then bringing that down, ending that at roughly the same height. Now starting back on that line again, on the side, we're going to blend this in by curving this all the way around and then in towards the center. And then we'll replicate that on the right hand side, starting back on that line and then blending that in on the bottom. Moving over towards the left, we're going to draw a curved line that arches around and then in towards the middle. And then we're going to replicate that on the right hand side, curving that around and then in. Now from here, moving up to the top left hand side, we're going to start by curving a line that comes around and then moving that in towards the middle. And then coming up towards the right hand side, we'll replicate that again. Now from here on either side, starting at that point, we're going to curve this around and then in towards our eye. Now from here, we're going to curve a line that arches around and then out on either side. From here, we're going to connect this now by starting at the point, and we're going to curve this all the way around and then in towards the center. Moving over towards the outside portion of the helmet now, we're going to curve this line around, down, and then arching that back in. And then we'll do the same thing as we line this up on the left-hand side. Now let's move down and frame in the rest of the body. So starting over on the left-hand side, we're going to curve a small line that comes around and out for the arm. And then flipping over to the right, we'll replicate that as well. Moving over to the inside now, we're going to draw a small curved line in the center. Now from here in the middle, we're going to arch this around and then in for the thumb on either side. Moving underneath now for the first finger, we're going to curve this around and then up. Moving back across, let's replicate that again. And now one last time, we're going to curve this around and then in on the side. Now from here on the middle portion, we're going to start by drawing a curved line that arches around and then in. Moving directly down in the center now, we're going to draw a small arch line in the middle where our legs will go. On either side now on the corner here, we're going to draw a diagonal line that comes down towards the bottom, and we're just going to end this at roughly the same height. Moving towards the inside now, on this curved line for the legs, we're going to draw 2 diagonal lines that come out on either side, and we're just going to make sure we end those at the same height. Moving over towards our outside lines now, where our torso is, we're going to draw a diagonal line that comes out for our leg. And again, we'll end these at the same height. Now for our foot, we're going to start by arching this line around and then down. To close off the foot now, starting on the inside, we're going to curve this line around and then in, and then we'll do the same thing over on the left. Moving up again, let's replicate that. Now to close off the boots, we're going to come up towards the top and draw a curved line that arches around, and we'll do the same thing over on the left. Moving up above that now, we're going to draw a small circle where the knee will be. Moving up for our wrists now, we're going to draw a curved line that arches around and then out, and we'll do the same on the left. For our shoulder pads now, on either side, we're going to draw a curved line that comes down. And then now from here, we're going to close this off with a curved line that arches around and then out. Moving up towards the top now for our chest plate, we're going to curve this around and then in. And then we'll do the same thing over on the right. Now from here, starting back on that line, we're going to curve this around and then in towards the middle. And again, we'll replicate that on the right. Moving in towards the center now, we're going to draw the letter V. On either side of this, we're going to draw a small diagonal line. And then now from here, we're going to bring that diagonal line in again. Now we're going to draw 2 small diagonal lines that come out on either side, ending those at the same height. And now from here on the outside portion, we're going to curve these around and up. Moving in towards the middle now, we're going to draw 2 diagonal lines that come in towards the center. And then again, starting on that bottom line, we're going to curve this around and out. Moving down in towards the torso now, we're going to draw a curved line that arches around and then in. And then starting at that point, we're going to arch this back around towards the side. Dropping down again, we'll replicate that, curving that around and then in, and then curving that back around and out towards the side. And now moving over to the left, let's replicate that. So we'll arch this line around and then in. And then we're going to curve this back out towards the left. And then dropping below one more time, we're going to curve that around and then in, arching that out towards the side. And then to close off the torso, we're just going to draw a curved line from left to right. And that is it. That's how you draw a blue beetle. You can pause the video and color it the way that I have done, or you can change your colors up if you'd like. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Also drop a comment below suggesting any more characters that you'd love to learn to draw next. Thanks so much for joining me on today's tutorial, and I'll see you all tomorrow.